Today I'm going to talk about a way that you can go Mgtow. This is a way you can go Mgtow no matter what. There's this guy that's calling the Manosphere guys, everyone red pill, everyone Mgtow, or everyone black pill, Boylesphere. That's what he's calling it. But what he says, and if you listen to this guy, you're going to be Mgtow. It leads to Mgtow. So, what is it? Is having a purpose, set boundaries that will make you Mgtow. Let me explain to you why. There's two things that you want to red flag with women. Two big things. Hypergamy and want to go after bad boys. Women can control hypergamy, that is not female nature. I'm going to tell you that right now. Let me explain to you why. You hear that some women like tall men, which is okay if that's a preference. But it's not okay if they're judging, saying that tall men are better than short men. That is not the case. Everyone in the world has an ability, has a talent, has something that's better than each other. We're all equals. So if they're saying that tall men are better than short men, they're not exactly right. Let me give you a scenario. Let's say LeBron James, a basketball player, Bob, a fireman, and Bill, a janitor, maintenance guy. What job's more important? They are all important if you work together. But let's just say this maintenance guy, Bill, receives the least amount of money, which if a woman's hypergamous, she's not going to want this guy because they're going to say that they don't make enough money to survive a family. But that's hypergamy. So let's say this Bill guy decides not to do his job. Well, let's say this fireman gets home after work, and 2 weeks later, he gets affected with a disease or COVID. Let's say COVID. Now the fire department's short. And now there's a guy down the street that's having a heart attack. Well, he's going to die because this guy couldn't show up to work because of COVID. But this janitor could have cleaned the store and disinfect the areas. Can prevent the spread. That's what I'm saying. If you're a janitor, that's an important job. There's a lot of important jobs. There's jobs that need to be done. So he has an important job, and women are overlooking him because he doesn't make enough, and he's just a little janitor. His status is not there. So that's why I'm saying that's red flagged. Hypergamy is red flagged. And I'm not saying that either. You want to know really what the rules is about that? The Bible prohibits materialism, going after going after riches in a way of desiring them, desiring riches. The Bible prohibits that. So these hypergamous women are breaking Bible principles. But what really makes you, but how many of these people are like that? I'll go into that later. But the number two red flag that you're going to have to look for is women choosing bad boys. Remember what I said before? Hypergamous women? Well, women are not naturally hypergamous. Here's an example. There's this woman, 20 years old, is going with this 40-year-old guy. That's not a problem. But she's living in a tent. Oh, you might think, well, she's definitely not hypergamous because she's living in a tent. Oh, how fancy that is. But the problem is, there's a reason he's living in a tent. He's a bad boy. He's a pedophile. He has sex with his little daughters. That's what I'm saying. He has sex with his little daughters. So now he's a pedophile and he can't live in spots. And he's on a lifetime pedophile registry. And women flock to these guys, these bad boys. See, that's a red flag too. A huge red flag. And these are boundaries and these are good red flags. There are more, but these are two of the big ones. But the question is, how many people are like that? How many women are like that? That is a good question. I'm not going to judge it. Let's go with the numbers say. Studies said, I saw two different studies. 70% and 91% of women don't think they look good or self-esteem issues. Then there was another study, which I heard on the radio, and I actually researched this told. It says women with a low self-esteem have a tendency to go for bad boys. So we're talking about 90% of women are like this. Now, if you're the blue pill guy chasing for Miss Right, what I encourage you to do here is going to take time for you to do that. It's going to take time. You're going to have to make time because that's what your purpose is. It's not a bad purpose, but you have a uphill battle to get to it. But let's put the purpose in with the boundaries. The purpose is what takes the time away. Let me tell you. Computer programming. If you have a purpose to do with that, looking for program languages, program codes, it can take a while to get what you want. Okay, I always remember when I went to class one day on computer programming. And the teacher had us find a way to do something. And it took me 6 hours, 2 days, 6 hours to find it. And that was the whole group. That's what I'm telling you. It's like, if you got a purpose, it takes time. And this guy who says we're part of the boreosphere, so-called boreosphere, well, first of all, he encourages you not to work. But it takes work to do a Mgtow activity. So it's going to take the time away. So now, trying to find that 1 out of 10 women, we just don't have the time for that. But it's not the end of the world. Mgtow is a choice. If you choose it this way, you're naturally going to be Mgtow. And can Mgtow get women? Sure they can. Here's the beauty in this. Right now, it's more important than ever that your water be crisp, clean, and clear. Women can view Mgtow as the bad boy, but remember the red flag from long-term relationship. But that does not mean that they're not fun. Just keep that in mind. And here's another thing I heard. That bad boys, here's another false I have been hearing all the time. They say that bad boys are more honest than nice guys. Not true. Let's say we got a drug dealer up to a woman talking, and have a nice guy up to a woman talking. They're both going to lie. But let's say you got the nice guy up to a cop. He's going to be honest, like, I don't sell drugs. But the bad boy sells drugs, he's going to lie more than Pinocchio with a 6-mile nose. He's going to say, I don't lie, I'm an innocent guy, I'm an angel. He's going to say that in front of the cops, he's going to lie in front of those cops. So that's what I'm telling you. It's like, nice guys don't necessarily lie more than women. They lie less. Just ask the cops.